Thanksgiving and our illnesses. It's good to be back in the house. We're gonna start our Thursday support group, and these are the meeting guidelines. I wanna thank you all for attending the Racing for Recovery support group meeting. We are focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. And since 2001, our open forum meeting welcomes all parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, your comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best that they can be. The Racing for Recovery support group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered. By combining substance abusers, their families, their friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone that has been affected by alcohol and drug addiction. Our meeting start time is 6:30. I appreciate you all being on time, thank you. We ask that you please turn off your cell phones and you refrain from making any posts to social media during the meeting, please. Please, only one person speaks at a time. Jason here will take names when you raise your hand, and then we'll call out in order. We will gladly sign your attendance slips, and you can get them after the discussion if you need. Honesty is required. Feel free to openly share your comments and your points of view, how substance abuse has impacted your life, your family's lives. This meeting is open to people of all ages, and it welcomes diversity. So please refrain from using excessive foul language and language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability in order to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity. If you see a visitor, a new member, or returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please welcome them into our program. Your confidentiality is important to us. However, please be mindful that this is a live stream meeting and it is open to Racing for Recovery members all around the globe. Please refrain from getting up and leaving during the meeting in progress. Please throw away all your trash in the proper receptacles. And if you are smoking, we encourage you to just please don't. Thank you. Do we have any first timers to our meeting that's not been here before? That's Rick, welcome, Rick. Could the designated reader read the guidelines to living a lifestyle of recovery, which is?
Michelle.
The lifestyle of recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. Guidelines: 1. Recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. 2. Wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse, such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3. Using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. 4. Defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5. Building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6. Understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7. Lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your family and friends. 8. Learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior. Providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. 9. Recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. 10. Caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for all those affected by addiction.
Thank you very much, Michelle. Tim, I think maybe you have some announcements for us, don't you?
I do have some announcements.
Love your announcements.
Okay. You have to excuse me. I'm getting over a cold, so my voice is a little bit here and there. I'm going to try my best, though. Hang in there. All right, so these are all of our support group meetings that we offer here. On Mondays, we have a book study group going on. Right now, they are going through the Creating book currently. That is from 4 to 5 p.m. Tuesday, we have a men's and women's support group meeting. That is from 4 to 5 p.m. Wednesday, we have the BAC Recovery Group. The dinner for that is at 6 p.m. The shuttle bus will pick up out in front of the suites over there at 5:15. And then the recovery group itself is 6:30 to 8:30. Thursdays, we offer the free plant-based dinner and music here in the building from 5:30 to 6:30, followed by this live stream support group meeting, 6:30 to 7:30. Fridays, we have a biblical principles of recovery, and that is offered from 5 until 7 p.m. Saturday is exploring the Bible in recovery, and that is from noon until 2:30 p.m. And then Saturday, also here in the building, we have community connections. That is 2:30 to 5. And what that is bring yourself, your friends, your family, your neighbors, your kids, everybody come to the building. Right now, we have a lot going on with all the football games and all that. So all these screens and the big screen and all that. We have football. Sometimes we have snacks. There's a pool table, games for the kids, games for the adults. It's a fun time. Come check it out.
Yes.
So let's see here. Sunday, we have a run walk optional support group meeting at Wildwood Metro Park. And that is from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And then followed by Bedford Alliance church service and the shuttle. The shuttle will leave 10:15 from out in front of the suites over there. And the church service is at 11 a.m. If you get a chance, follow us on social media for the live streams and updates. Leave us a review on Google and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Did we do a shout out for Chef Dean and all the kitchen volunteers that bring party?
He never disappoints, ever.
And also, I want to give a shout out to our tech crew tonight. We have Matt and Herbster up there. Without them, this could not be possible. And happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah. You know, I'm sitting here getting mesmerized by that tree. That is so beautiful. I could get lost in that.
It is.
Get it together, Cal. Okay, we're gonna do introductions. You do not have to identify as an alcoholic or an addict, but if it is helpful to do that, feel free to do so. We just wanna know your name. We wanna know why you decided to join us today. And I would like one word of how you feel right now, please. And we wanna start on
DJ.
DJ, we'll start with you, please. Your name, why you decided to join us today, and one word of how you feel right now.
Feel good. Positive.
That's great. And you're DJ. Nice to meet you, I'm Kelly.
I'm Mitchell. I chose to come here because it's part of my Thursday routine. One word that I feel right now is exhausted.
Honesty.
I'm Mark. I'm here because this is a good place to be on Thursdays. I miss being here on Thursdays, so I've been trying to come back around a little more often to reconnect, continue my journey, my healing and my sobriety. One word that I would use to describe myself tonight, very peaceful.
Thank you.
My name's Jeff, and this is part of my Thursday regular routine. And one word I would use to describe right now is alcohol.
A good time of year for that.
Yeah.
I think it's Ken.
Oh, I'm Kenzie. I'm here because this is my second family. One word that describes me right now. Content.
I'm Blaze. I come here, this meeting supports me on my recovery journey, and currently I feel curious.
That's a good one. Hey, Joe.
I'm Joe. I'm here, this is part of my routine, what I do every Thursday, and happy.
I'm Angel. I get to be here and I'm full.
Again, honesty.
That was my word, Angel.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm here because this is part of our recovery journey, and she just stole my word. I'm like stuffed and comfortable.
Aw, that's good.
I am Brian. I love to be here on Thursdays. Normally I'll have my posse with me, but I didn't think we were gonna be here this Thursday, so I didn't make no phone calls. But I enjoy coming here, show everybody that I love, everybody I care about, show an extension of myself and what we do here. The feeling that I feel right now is probably feel content.
Good word. Tell your family, if they're watching, we can tell them we miss them. Miss them at this table, filling up this table.
I'm George. This is what we do on Thursday nights, and tonight I felt grounded.
Like that.
I'm JJ. I'm here tonight because this is where I belong, and I'm just feeling great.
I'm Rick, excuse me. I'm here because I'm hopeful that this organization can help my family. And I guess the word I'm feeling is hopeful. You know, things can help. So,
I'm glad you came tonight.
Thanks.
Glad you chose us.
thanks.
Thank you.
Riley, here to hear and to get support, and how I feel right now is happy.
Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm here because I love coming here. This is my second family. Love everyone here. And one word for me would be possible.
Good word.
Hi, I'm Danielle, and I'm here to give and receive support and focus.
I'm Michelle. I'm here because this is what I do on Thursdays. And I'm gonna say I'm feeling proud.
Yes. I love that so much for you, Michelle.
Thanks.
I ask why so bad.
Tomorrow.
Jason, I think.
Yeah.
I'm Jason. I'm here because I get to be here, and we're privileged.
Good word.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Tim. I am here as part of my journey to self-discovery, and my word currently is satisfied.
I like that. Hi guys, I'm Kelly, if you don't know me. I am here because I choose to be here on Thursdays. Anybody that knows me knows that this is my time to connect. This is something that I don't miss. And I always say, if I'm not here and I haven't reached out to one of you to let you know why, you need to come looking for me, because Thursday is my day to be here. I think today I'm feeling very excited to be up here, to be back. I've genuinely missed this place a lot, and especially even at this time of year, it's a special place. So I'm very excited to be back tonight. Let's see. Next, could I invite the designated reader to read the answer?
Be my cousin Brian.
Yay, Brian.
The answer by Donald D. Carr. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain. As I approach the light of hope that lies before me, each step overwhelms me, every breath sears my throat. I ache, my body rebels against me, my memories torture me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I'm a human being full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last, I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust. So it begins. Racing for recovery.
Thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. Before we get started on a topic, is there anything that anyone would like to share, get off your chest, something you need to discuss, good, bad, indifferent? Anybody want to say something about your week, about the last couple weeks not being here? You guys are all good? Okay. I usually try to start out when I am up here about something that has touched me, something that's on my mind, and then ask you to share on how you feel. I have been very blessed to finally get a car. I have been here for 3 years, hanging around this place, and had decided when I first came to not have a car for good reasons. And I've been working and saving and kept saying that the right car was gonna come along for me. A situation came along for me that at work, one of my fellow employees, a young lady that I've gotten pretty close to over the year that she's been there, decided she was going to pay forward. She received a new car for graduating from college, and she had an older car that she's been driving for 6 years. And she decided to gift me her car. The emotions that I had were overwhelming. Of course, I'm extremely grateful. The only thing she asked of me was to pay something forward. She said that after thinking about it for a few weeks, she wanted to find the right person, and she chose me. She told me that I deserved it, and for a minute it took me by surprise that I was questioning, was I worthy of something like this, a gift like this? Did I really deserve this? And I had to think about it because I've learned from being here that I was worthy of something like that. But it caught me off guard to realize that, and all I could hear when I thought about it was what we have been told here so many times: try to just do the next right thing, and I add for yourself or me, and right things will start to happen. Genuinely, it has been doing that for me. Like I said, I've been around here a long time. Everybody takes different amount of time, but that's all I could think of was, you know what, I keep doing the right thing and things start happening for me. My daughter and her husband and my grandchildren just moved to Columbus 2 weeks ago. I literally got the car days before they moved. I'll be able to go and visit them now. I feel so good, and I feel proud that I can say I feel worthy of that, and I am going to pay something forward, and I feel very grateful. And so I guess the topic that I was wanting to spin off of this with you guys and get some thoughts was your self-worth, self-esteem, feeling worthy, however you want to spin it, where you're at with that, what helps you sometimes to realize your self-worth, something that maybe you need to work on, and is there something stopping you from feeling worthy? on a daily basis, feeling deserving of things. So I'm open to whatever you guys want to talk about. With that, please.
Amanda.
Alright, I'll start it off. This past week was my birthday, Wednesday of last week. And then this week, both of my boys had their birthdays. Monday was my youngest's birthday, he turned 3. And yesterday, Wednesday, was my older son's birthday, he turned 8. It's a long ride for my babies to come see me. I'm about 2 hours away from home with the kiddos. And my youngest son's father, after breakfast with Santa with the kids that he helped my mom do, packaged my 3 kids up and brought them all the way out here to see me for their birthdays and for my birthdays. And I was really grateful to that because that's not something he had to do. I used to feel entitled to be in my kids' lives because I was their mom, but it's of my own devices why I'm way far away from them right now and why I'm out here. That's not something he had to do. And I'm just glad that he continues to see my value and my worth as my children's mother and chose to spend, 3 to 4 hours in a car with 3 kids to bring me my kids to see for 2 hours.
Yes, that is very cool. And you feel worthy of that also.
Yeah, I feel like Cameron does not pull punches. If I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing and I'm not where I'm supposed to be, he's always been very straight edge, very flies by the air of the way the arrow straight. And so for him to bring me my kids for their birthday and to agree to do that, to see where I'm at, to tell me that he's proud of me and everything, meant a lot because it really meant that they see my family and my son's father, who thankfully acts as the father to basically all of my children, really sees the work that I'm putting in and it's helping repair bridges there and making it so that I have more accessibility to my kids.
That is so cool. So it helps you when they show your worth. It makes you feel more worthy. That is so cool. Happy belated birthday, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Next we have Michelle.
Kel, I couldn't stop smiling the whole time you were telling that story because maybe that's why I said proud. Maybe somebody put that in my head, I don't know, but I am proud of you too. I have, I guess, had the pleasure of meeting you when you first got here.
Yes, you did.
You sat at that back table behind me. So I would say, this is just like a general statement, not to you, but Todd, Amanda, everybody who does groups, Herbster, everybody will say this is not a 30, 60, 90-day program. This is the benefit of it's not even sticking it out, that's not the right word to say. The benefits of integrating yourself into a community, into a program that helps support a community. I know that people have come and gone. I said proud today, I'll let Tim know now. I said proud today because, I've kind of struggled with some things today, but I backed myself up and said, okay, Amanda, what do I need? What do I need to just get through this so that I'm okay? It's not like I wanted to go out and drink or whatever, but I could just feel the pressure just building of feeling inadequate, feeling like you know what I mean? Like things didn't go well at work and stuff like that. And those are the things that in outside of this community that build up and lead me to make poor choices. But where was I going with you, Kel? When I first got here, I struggled my first month because I felt like I was here before. I was here for 11 months. It hurt to watch other people be succeeding and I wasn't. I don't feel that way today. And I don't know, I mean, I'm still the same person, but I was just feeling so inadequate that first day. I mean, I'm here almost 10 months, I think, going on 11. So, I'm grateful that I stayed. I'm grateful that I had that struggle the first month or so. And I'm more grateful that I've stuck through and work every day to work through those issues, which is what the program is about. So that I can come out and today, honestly, with a full heart, say, I am so happy for you. It couldn't have happened to a better person. You are kind and generous and humble. When I came back, you were Snoop, Blaze, you, some of the people that I was here with before, were the first people to welcome me back and say, you know what? No shame in this, you got this. I don't got this, but you know what you need to do. And that's what makes Racing for Recovery so special. It's about the community, and it ebbs and flows, But if you stick in, I have to say that those are the results. If you're doing the work and you're truly loving yourself, that's what goes out into the community, and that's what comes back to you. So I couldn't be, I'm just so happy for you. And we're a spiritual program here too, and I think that all of that aligns up to, you're rewarded for the heartfelt work that you put into it and to everything that you do here for us. So I'm really happy for you, Cal.
I appreciate you so much. Yeah. I remember coming here and you were here then, and I'm obviously a very much different person than I was then. Yep. And I credit some of the rough spots here to becoming more humble. And I'm glad that I am. And you can be humble and still feel self-esteem and worthy at the same time. Definitely can. I appreciate you so much, Michelle. Thank you for the kind words.
Thanks for sharing the story.
Next we have Kenzie.
I definitely agree with Michelle. You're definitely a person that deserves anything good that comes your way. You're one of the most supportive people I've ever met in my life. You've been here for me since day one. And also, you were just a phone call away in one of the moments that I was struggling the most leaving here. And I will forever be appreciative and grateful for you. And you said how we're feeling about our self-esteem. My self-esteem and self-worth is something that I've had to really work on for the past 14 months. I did leave here for a week and a half, and that really made me take a couple of steps back to really look at myself and where I was at in my life. But I finally started feeling worthy of living a happy life. I know that I deserve that. And I put my kids through a lot, and I think that that's where I was struggling the most with myself, for sure. And that was hard to let go of. For a while, I didn't even think I deserved to be a mom at all. That was before coming into Racing for Recovery. But I now know that that's false. I do deserve everything good that I'm building for myself. And I think the hardest part for me is just looking in the mirror. I still struggle. I have my good days. I have my bad days. But I think that that's just life at this point. And it's just being able to work through those emotions every day, and noticing how far I've came. A lot of people say, the whole time that they've seen how much I've grown, but I couldn't really believe it until I could start seeing it for myself. I don't know. There's so much that I could say about this topic, but I don't know where I'd be in life without you, Kelly. I can positively say that.
Thank you so much. You know how I feel about you, sweetheart. You know I love you, and from the first day you walked in, I just knew there was something special about you, and it's an honor to call you a friend, sweetheart. It really is, and I have seen the growth. I'm glad that you see it in yourself now too. I'm really glad. You are worthy of so much. You deserve so much, and it's really good to hear you say that. It's so good to hear you say that, sweetie. I love you. No more hands. Nobody wants to talk about how they're feeling. Angel does.
I suppose. I can say one thing though, Kelly. You are a blessing. When we were in that kitchen, just the words you always say. But self-worth and self-esteem is working itself out by working on. Well, I got confidence today to be capable to learn. I don't have to think that I can't do something that I am able to do today than what I was scared to do because I was always feeling that it wasn't something that I was capable to learn. So with the communication and the community here at Racing for Recovery, I'd get upset at first with just not understanding the things. So I would have low self-esteem about that, just like I'm not good enough, I'm whatever, you know. But being able to talk about it with a therapist, and she kind of, Holland, I bless her so much. She's like, just go to Amanda. I waited a whole week before I went to Amanda. But just having that confidence to get better, it's a lot less worry and stress on my life today. I mean, it's never easy, but it's getting better.
I've seen that from when you came. I've seen it. I like the way that you talk. I always like when you share, and the difference. I can see the difference in you, genuinely. I appreciate you very much. Yeah, I think Tim had mentioned that too before we started, which the word confidence can obviously be wrapped into self-worth and self-esteem. What maybe has made you be more confident since you've gotten here? What keeps you from being confident? Same type of thing. Yeah. I know that I gained a lot of confidence myself personally when I stepped a little bit out of the bubble and I started working back with the public again. I took what I learned from here and had the confidence to just make it clear that I was a very communicating person when I started my job. And the general manager just told him, I will be communicating with you, and I expect people to talk respectful to me. I felt worthy of being talked respectful to, and sometimes in restaurants, people can, it's new to me, but people can get obviously rude or snappy or whatever, and I get that type of a thing. But I expect and think I'm worthy to be talked to like a person with respect, and working out there in the public gives me a lot more confidence than I had before. And going through all the groups here and them teaching us that we are worthy, we are not what our past was. You know what? We are what we are today, and we're allowed to hold our head high and be proud of ourselves. They taught me that here. I will forever be grateful for that. Definitely.
Bradley.
We're talking about confidence, right?
Sure. Yep.
Alright. When I first got here racing, my confidence level was very low. Got chewed up and spit out by the world. In and out of prison, being abused and stuff. And coming to a place like this, I didn't know that a place like this showed me how to love myself. This place also showed me that to have confidence in myself. I learned how to read and write over here. It gave me the confidence to keep on going in life. to finally achieve that love that I never had. And, you know, I always looked for love outside, but I had to love myself first. And this place showed me how to do that. And it is a blessing that, you know, I went through the stuff that I went through to make it this far in life, to be happy, to finally be happy. So.
So much for that. Yep, I remember all the things that you went through, and the difference in you is amazing.
Jim, I'm up.
Tag.
Bradley, I was just looking at you on the TV when you were talking with the tree in the background. It looked like a Hallmark card or something. That was pretty cool. I like what Michelle was talking about. How you brought up that piece about asking yourself what it is that you really need. And for me, it was doing that. And even at the time, if I didn't know what it was, taking the time, slowing down to try to figure it out. Figuring out not only my values, but my core values. Figuring out my passions, what those were, taking the time to do some of those things to fill my cup. And it kind of leads back to number 2 in our lifestyles, and that's pursuing the positive alternatives in whatever it is I'm doing, and trying to live through those few things to my best on a daily basis. I'm not, I don't have it down pat, I don't have it perfect, but trying to do my best on a daily basis, like I said, has really filled my cup and built that self-esteem, built that self-worth, and I'm not going to talk about it yet, but I'm headed down a pretty cool road, and I'm really excited about it. Yeah, that's all I got.
Not gonna talk about it though.
Oh, you want me to talk about you? How great you
No. That's not what this meeting was
So
about.
I got a really quick funny
Stop.
story. I've known Kelly for a while. She's a great friend of mine. We have the good banter back and forth, pick on each other, and I joked with her yesterday because after about knowing her a year, maybe close to a year, something like that. We always communicated through Messenger, and I finally gave her my phone number yesterday, and she was like, "What's up with that?" And I'm like, "You were on a probationary period." So I suppose it's locked in now.
Yeah. You'll be sorry.
I already am.
We got Herbster.
Hi.
Hi.
Thought I'd join in.
Please do.
I come to this meeting, not just, I work here now, but this meeting's always been dear to me. It's always been an exciting time of the week for me, and I want to get that back, right? So I kind of missed it for a while. And plus I like being on camera. When Kelly was talking about the paying it forward and someone, gifting you, right? And feeling like you don't deserve that or whatever. Not too long ago, my church family helped my wife and I out. And part of me felt like I'm above that, right? I don't need that anymore. Like I don't need handouts, or I don't need help. I'm better than that, right? I talked to a good friend of mine about it, and he blankly told me that was pride, right? That's pride. And also talking with someone else They said, don't take that away from, that joy away from the person who wanted to do that. Right? So, when I started thinking about that, I'm like, that's their happiness, right? They want to do that. And for me to turn that away was not only prideful, but it was stealing their happiness, right? So, you know, a lot of times we don't know why people are nice or pay it forward, or sometimes we may even think, well, that never happens. And then when it does, it's hard to accept it. Like, all we needed was some help. And we finally get it, and we don't want it. And we don't want to accept it, right? That's trauma. That's trauma that's caused us to be that way, right? So, self-pity, right? It's easier to complain about something rather than to receive actual help that you ask. So I was just thinking about that while I was sitting over here listening to you guys, and I kept going back to what Kelly said about, like, I don't know why, I don't remember exactly what he said, but it's like I didn't know if I was worthy of that. Well, one, you are, and the person giving it to you is also worthy of being able to give that gift. Right? I think that this time of year, I know I've struggled in the past when I first got sober, that January 2018 when I got out of prison. I got out of prison on the 2nd. My family waited to have Christmas until I got home. And everybody opened their presents, and I just sat there in front of mine. And I didn't want to open them because I felt that unworthiness, right? And way back then, I had no idea how that was making them feel because they were just happy to have me there. And they knew I didn't have anything, and it gave them so much joy to give to me at that point. It just happened all. But yet, how selfish was it that they basically had to force me to open my presents, right? So, I think I'm making sense.
You are.
This time of year, if someone wants to, any time of year, but especially this time of year, if someone wants to do something nice for you, even if it's just a card. I got a thank you card the other day. I'm not going to mention who from. I used to think thank you cards were boring. That thank you card made my entire week, right? Because it was personalized, and whatever prompted that person to do that, I don't ever want to think that I'm going to steal their joy by thinking that, how corny is that little thank you card? Because that's the way I used to be. And it's just, there's a lot of information there. There's a lot of really good people out there that really do really good things because they want to. And don't ever steal that joy. That's all I got. So I don't like crying on camera, so I'm done now. There we go. Matt, do your thing.
Me and Tim just looked at each other and said, we haven't thought of that side of it before. Stealing somebody's joy from wanting to do that. And I know that she was extremely happy to do it. And I know that I've always been kind of a giving person, and it makes me happy, genuinely. And I never thought of it that way on the other side of taking away that joy. I mean, I can remember Christmases sitting and just enjoying so much, picking out personal gifts or something that meant something, not necessarily that cost a lot of money, but I like things that meant something I remember about somebody. And yeah, that fills me with so much happiness to watch it, and I just didn't think of that side of it at all. Yeah, thanks for saying those words.
Well,
and I appreciate your kindness too, very much.
Next we have Mark.
How do I follow that?
He's hard, isn't he?
I was actually, I didn't even see him to raise his hand. I was gonna touch on the same thing, pride, ego, basically everything he said. I know about 5 or 6 months back, I started really getting in touch with more of my inner self, my spiritual awareness. So I've been talking to God in a lot of different ways. That's who I choose to call my higher power. And one thing I've learned is, like Michael said, don't steal that joy from somebody. Matter of fact, about 3 weeks ago, I was told that I was going to meet somebody in the next couple of days. And they were going to ask me some personal questions and be vulnerable. Man, that sounds crazy, you know, and I ain't trying to get vulnerable with a stranger. And in the same sense, I'm trying to be obedient to my Lord. So, sure shit had happened. And I was told to don't let my pride and my ego step in the way. Don't steal their happiness. If they offer you a gift, you simply receive it and say thank you. That I deserve it. And it happened. It happened. And I was just like completely blown away. But I will go back and I will say this, you know, as far as the self-worth goes, you know, when we come out of addiction, at least for myself, when I came out of addiction, you know, I had a lot of shame and guilt. You can even work towards your self-worth, being okay with accepting gifts or help. I feel like for myself, I had to come to acceptance. I had to learn how to forgive myself. And there were a couple real key factors, you know, like it was crucial for that. Once I was able to forgive myself and accept the things that I've done that I can't really change, I was able to make peace with that and kind of put my mindset forward to, you know, doing that right next thing. And I think it's all like, there's a lot of stepping stones to it to build up to that self-worth, that confidence, self-esteem. But I'll kind of jump over to this. Like, for most people that know me, I can't relate to the car thing. But when I was here, I rode a bike for 7-8 months, 20 miles a day to and from work to get my first car. But I had over 2.5 years of sobriety. And when I crashed and burned, I was really hard on myself. There was a lot of shame and guilt there. And I mean, I was out at the lake one night, and boy, was I having a spiritual war. And screaming and hollering at the universe and God, and I'm bawling and crying, and I'm on my knees, and I'm like, I can't do this shit no more. You know, I spent 5 years trying to do the right thing. I'm not cut out for this shit. I'm a thug. I'm a dope boy. I'm a drug addict. I'm a whatever you want to call me. You know, like, I just was so angry at myself and so upset with the world and all the hardships and traumas and things that I've endured through my life and through my journey of sobriety as well. And I was really at my breaking point. Like, I really had some offers to stray into another area of my life, you know. I just wanted to be like, do what you do best. Let's run these streets, get that money. You know, that's what my attitude was. I never gave up faith. And by the grace of God, I went back to detox. I've always been a firm believer in God. But there were some things that happened that really made me dig deep into my spirituality. And like, So I was kind of faced with one of them situations where maybe not the car, but another chance. You know, like obviously God picked me up off my knees and gave me another shot. You know, and like I kind of struggled for a moment there, like, do I deserve this? Am I worthy of this? I've failed my Lord and Savior repeatedly, over and over. But you know, like I said, I think it starts with acceptance and forgiveness within, because we are all worthy of better. We all are enough, and any one of us can do anything that we wish to do. I mean, like, it's all about mindset and determination. If you see it on the wall over there, and you hear Todd talking all the time, anything's possible in sobriety. For me, you know, like I said, I'm a very spiritual person, and with my God, anything is possible. As long as I stay obedient and I trust and give my faith and my trust in the Lord and Savior, like, everything's gonna work out. And I'm a firm believer of doing the right thing, the next right thing will happen as well. That's a blessing that you got that car, and you deserve that. Because I know you for quite a while too, and you are a great person. And I don't think any of us, even day one or day two in sobriety, we should always try to get that ego and that pride in check and accept help. Because we are worth it, and sometimes we need that help. We need people to love us until we can love ourselves to get to that next level and stage of our sobriety, our journey. But I'll pass with that.
Thank you very much, Mark. I appreciate that share very much. I think the whole acceptance and forgiveness part stuck with me that you were talking about. For me personally, that took a long time. And I can just hear Amanda often when I am rough on myself, or I repeat it to others often now. To be kind to yourself, to forgive yourself, to treat yourself like you would your best friend. It sticks with me all the time. And it took a long time to get there for me. But when you do get there, that's when you can start to feel that self-worth. Yeah, you would trust and forgive your best friend and tell them how worthy they are. It's kind of nice to be able to do it to yourself. Yeah, to be able to get that. And the whole forgiveness thing too, learning here how we can't expect others to forgive us for the things that we have done. That's going to have to be in their own time. And sometimes they might not ever forgive us for some of the things that we've done. And that's their choice to be able to do so. But that doesn't mean you can't forgive yourself for what you've done. Yeah, that was rough on me, blaming myself for some of the things that my children had to go through, and not breaking the cycle, them seeing the trauma that I had seen growing up. That was something very hard to forgive myself for. And finally, all I could say was, I am sorry and I'm doing better now. That's all that I could do at that time. But it changed everything for me when I was able to do that, and to do the best that I can now and show them now. Yeah, to make that choice to do so. Choice is always a word, yeah, that stuck with me from the beginning here, definitely. I had a conversation with a family member the other day, and they were discussing the whole alcoholism in our family and the hereditary part. And I do believe in some of that. I do believe in some of it being in your genes. But at the end of the day, you can choose to or not to. And it was really nice to hear this family member say, you are absolutely correct. It is a choice. I think that's something that I learned here that completely changed everything. I think a lot of us had said that before. When Todd said you can just choose to not use again, it's your choice to never use again. You don't have to do it anymore. I think it changed a lot of people when we were able to accept that. Anybody else have some famous last words? Want to speak? Anybody? Rick, please.
I just want to say thank you to all of you for sharing, because it's really helpful to hear these things. It takes a lot of courage to do what you're doing. The messages I've received here, been awesome. So thank you.
Thank you for showing up.
Please come back. This is a really great place. Always get dinner on Thursdays. Really great people here. I appreciate that you chose us, seriously. Thank you very much. Well, if we don't have anybody else to speak, I suppose we can read our autobiography in 5 short chapters. And that would be Melissa.
Autobiography in 5 short chapters. 1. I walk down the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in, I am lost, I am hopeless, it isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. 2. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again, I can't believe I am in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. 3. I walk down the same street, there is a deep hole in the sidewalk, I see it is there, I still fall in, it's a habit. My eyes are open, I know where I am, it is my fault, I get out immediately. Number 4, I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I walk around it. 5, I walk down another street.
Thanks, Melissa. Thank you.